And then we're going to move on. And I think last week I ended with promising to teach you and practice 3 of the 8 Bagua palm changes, which I've modified to be able to do in the sitting position. There are 8 palm changes. I'll get into that a little later on. 3 can be done sitting in the form of a drill on the left and the right, because the form like Tai Chi is done in both directions, mirror images. And the rest of them are a bit too complex to do sitting down in the sitting down position, but I'm going to try to work on it, see if I can modify the form a little bit without drifting too far from the classic methods, and teach you all that too. So not too many people know much about Bagua, although it's one of the 3 internal Chinese martial arts. Okay, so let's start with our warm-up exercises. So let's just sit up straight. We start out either with our hands at our sides or on our laps or knees. We're going to just sit up straight, try to raise your crown and tuck your chin in and relax your shoulders. And let's begin with a little Wudang style Qigong warm-up, which is something you already know how to do. We're just going to raise the hands with the fingers pointing down as we breathe in and come up. When the hands are outstretched out up to out and up to our chest level, we turn the fingers slightly up and press down. And let's do that one more time. So we have this feeling when we start of emptiness, and as we rise up, we have this feeling of fullness. And now we take the palms and rotate them to face each other and turn them facing your chest and pull in, breathing in, feeling like you're pulling a force into you, turning the palms, pushing out, pushing the force with force against something. And now open your arms up, out to the sides, all the way back, trying to touch your shoulder blades together and close. Arms straight out, closing to center, holding a ball. And pull in, inhale. Push out, exhale. Open wide. And close. Now just at your own pace, slow, intentful, relax. Be aware of your connection to the ground and all the space around you. And just focus your mind and attention on the movements. When you focus your attention on the movements, and only the movements, it will naturally induce a state of relaxation. And now just calm down and relax. Hands on your lap or your knees. And do a little body check. All right, now I'm feeling a little tension in my shoulders. I'm going to try to relax my shoulders. Come up holding the ball again, and now getting into the sun routine of Qigong exercises, rotating both hands in one direction, striking down to one side and back, turning and looking at the palm on the other side up near your ear. Breathing in, breathing out, coming back to center, holding a ball, and just rotate to the other side. Turn and look. Just go at your own pace. Come back to center and open and close. And bring your hands down and relax. Take a few deep breaths. Bring your hands up to holding the ball position. Open and close. And now we're going to rotate the ball around 180 degrees and pull to one side. Rotate back to center, holding the ball on both sides, and now turn the ball 180 degrees in the other direction and turn to the other side. Try to get a nice stretch around the waist and the lower spine. Okay, let's do two more. Breathe in, stretch, breathe out, center, turn, breathe in, stretch, exhale, back to center, open and close, bring the hands down and relax. Take a few deep breaths. Bring your hands up again and open and close. Now, we're going to push the and out to the side. One hand as we rotate the other hand and jutting to the side facing out as we pull back with that elbow and push to one side, turning both hands again and pushing to the other side. Pulling in, switching, pushing, pulling in, turning both hands, fingers pointing forward, turning both palms, pushing out with the back palm, pulling in with the front palm, pushing out with the back, pulling in with the elbow back, the front. Front hand becomes the back hand becomes the front hand as we turn and look to the side. If I do this facing the side, if you're having trouble with it, this may help. See how both palms are facing out, like you're pushing against the surface side of the wall. The fingers are pointing forward, and it's very linear, right? Meaning it's flat, like on a horizontal surface, like a tabletop. The other side. Relax your shoulders. And come on back to center, holding a ball and open and close. And relax. Good. Make two fists. Bring the fists, elbows back. Bring your fist in to your waist. The heart of the fist facing up as we punch, twist, punch, out and kick with the other leg. Punch and kick. Punch and kick. Now let's see if you can turn and reach out. As you kick, you turn around the waist. Kick and punch. As you punch out, the heart of the fist turns down. As you bring that hand in, punch out with the other hand, the heart of the fist turns back up, positioned, heart of the fist up at the waist. straight out, right through your shoulder line. It's very linear. This is not a typical Tai Chi move. It's a Shaolin move, and it starts out in the Shaolin fighting position, which is the way we start, like this. Shaolin is not, unlike Tai Chi, is not round and circular. We have a lot of these linear forces. Good. And you can bring your hands back up and open and close, or if you want, you can resting the palms, your hands on your lap. You can open your palms face up and you can stretch out to the side, scoop up energy from the earth, bring it up overhead, scooping up energy from the heavens and push down. And so in between these different exercises, I like to open and close sometimes. And sometimes I'll just open my hands up and take what we call a closing breath. Inhaling, coming up and down. And just relax. Okay. And then down to our toes. I won't move back and lower the screen for this because you all know it by now. Excuse me. You're going to put your foot down on the ground, lift your heel, and just rock back and forth. So you're just pushing your heel to one side and the other with your toe on the ground, using your toe as a fulcrum. And putting the foot down, rock back and forth with the sides and inside of the foot and the outside of the foot. Do 8 in each direction. All right, and now the other foot. Heel up, rotate. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, let's take a closing breath. Okay, so now these Bagua exercises. So I've adapted some of them, 3 out of the 8, to be able to do them in the sitting position. And I introduced this when I was teaching Bagua to Chinese students, the seniors in Chinatown in Oakland. And I've been I mentioned this before. I taught there for at least 3 years, I think, and they got to be pretty advanced in Bagua. Bagua is one of the 3 internal Chinese martial arts, and it's one of the newer ones. It came about as a result of the efforts. It was introduced by a man by the name of Dong Hai Chuan, who introduced it in the early part of the 19th century. And he was an accomplished martial artist, but he was also a Taoist priest, and he belonged to a sect that practiced this this art of circle walking while chanting and walking a circle as a form of not only exercise, but of a way of meditating and relaxing. And he then adapted his martial knowledge to walking the circle and created this whole new style. And it uses only the palms for striking, not the fists. And Ba Gua, Ba means 8 and Gua means trigrams. And the trigrams are the Taoist symbols. There are 8 symbols, and they're at the 8 different points of a circle. So that's how it ties into the circle walking. The trigrams, and according to the Taoist cosmological view, are symbols which represent all there is to know about natural phenomena, including human behavior. So that's Bagua. Now, Bagua is normal. Is when people talk about Bagua, they talk about Bagua Zhang. Now, Zhang means fist or palm. So Bagua Zhang means 8 trigram palms, okay, or fists. Tai Chi is, although a lot of people don't realize this, Tai Chi is not, we call Tai Chi, but it's really Tai Chi Chuan, meaning grand ultimate fist. And the same with Xin Yi. Yi means mind, and Xin in Chinese means body. So the translation, so Xin Yi means mind, body, fist, or mind, body, palm. So they're all kind of related in that way. And the names of the definitions imply an internal aspect to all of them, because they're internal arts, fighting arts, meaning the mind controls the movements and not just brute strength. So Dao Hao, the inventor, or the person that introduced it, Dong Hai Chuan, as I mentioned, was a Taoist priest, and he refused to teach this art to anybody but his advanced students, and that's why it's not very well known. He only taught it to a few students, and those students were pledged to only teach it to their top students. And so not that many people do it, although it's becoming very popular. And he also encouraged his students to impart their knowledge in other forms of combat to the form. And as a result of that, they introduced their own personalities and body styles, adapting that to the way they taught and how they taught it. So now you've got a huge number of different flavors of Bagua, more so than any of the other internal arts. And so there's lots of different styles, but they all involve circle walking. So mother palms, we talk about the 8 palm changes. So there are 8 palm changes, or 8 mother palms as they're known, which are ways to strike using your palms. And of course, this implies using your arms and the rest of your body, because the palms aren't there alone. And obviously they're attached to your wrist, your forearm, your shoulders, and so on and so forth. So we're going to learn and practice 3 of these so-called mother palms of the Bagua art. And we're going to do this in the sitting position. So what we're going to do is, the style that I practice is known as swimming dragon. And the main way of holding your hands in this is very dragon-like. So first of all, the palms themselves, in this style, the palms are spread apart, unlike Tai Chi. So in Tai Chi, you relax your hands. The fingers are close together, the hand, but not touching. The hand is relaxed, and the hand assumes a shape of a Chinese tiles on a roof. Maybe you've seen them. And so I don't know if you can look at my palms. They're not flat like this. They're curved like the tiles on a Chinese pagoda. And so that's how you hold your hands when you practice Tai Chi. In this style of Bagua, the fingers are splayed out like the claws of a dragon. And you form a cup like you're holding a tennis ball in this cavity in your palm, sort of like you're cupping it like this. And the forefinger is spread out like that. The thumb curls around like you're holding this tennis ball. And to get into the dragon form, all the mother palms start with the dragon form. What you do is you bring one palm down underneath your elbow. So you're bringing your palm without the fingers splayed out, as I described, bringing it down underneath the other elbow. So in this case, I'm bringing my right hand down, bringing that palm down underneath that elbow, left elbow, and the other palm is facing straight out. Now, what does that remind you of? Okay, can anybody reflect on what this this posture looks like in Tai Chi? I'm sure some of you know. Well, hit your space bar and talk if you know it. Okay, all right, I'm gonna have to tell you. Cloud hands, right? We do single whip, and we bring one hand down, the hands, palms relaxed, underneath, lining up underneath the upper elbow. This looks very much like this, doesn't it? It's almost exactly the same thing. And then, of course, to do cloud hands, we shift the hands up and down and move to the other side. So if we just do a cloud hands posture and then turn to the side as if we're facing the middle of a circle, we're getting into the perfect position for doing bagua, facing the middle of a circle. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to line that hand up underneath the elbow, and we're going to push to the side. All right. Want to pull in that lower hand, pull it right into your chest. You really want to pull it into the waist and to the side. All right. Now, this is called single palm change. And single palm change is the quintessential move in bagua. All styles of bagua have single palm change. And many styles do just that one thing, because there are more applications for single palm change than any of the other mother palms. So we line our hands up to the left, pushing to the left, like this. Number two, we turn both palms over. So the palms are facing up without changing the position of the hands. So the upper palm facing out, the lower palm facing out, pushing out at the side, right? Fingers splayed apart, turn the palms over. And now we're going to bring the lower palm up, and we're going to thrust under the upper palm, the upper elbow. And we're going to push out and pull the other palm in to the crook of the elbow. Both palms are still facing up. We're going to lift both palms up and over as if we're pushing somebody over. And we're going to turn to the other side and push the hands back down, palms facing out again, just like on the other side. So now the left hand, in my case, is pushing out from the waist. My forearm tucked right in across my belly, and the upper palm and arm are fully extended out to the right, pushing out to the right as if you're pushing somebody away. All right. Now we're going to do the single palm change to the other side, turning both palms up, bringing the lower palm up underneath the elbow, thrusting underneath the elbow. And now as we shift and turn, we pull the outer palm in, the inner palm out, that's going under the elbow. We bring the outer palm in to the crook of the elbow as we shift up and around to the other side. Bring the palms, palm facing out, bring the other palm down to the waist. Turn the palms over, bring the palm up, thrust under the elbow as we turn at the waist, pull in, push out, turn, rotate the palms facing out to the other side, okay? One, thrust, shift, back and forth, turn, push to the other side, rotate the palms up, thrust under the armpit, push in, push out, turn, rotate to the other side. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Around. Turn the palms up. Thrust. Push and pull. Turn over. Turn the palms up. Thrust under the armpit. Exchange the hands. Pull over and up to the left, and so forth. Now, this movement of after the thrust, as the hands, the outer palm pulls in and the lower palm that's going under the elbow pushes out, you're just changing the hands. And as you come up and over, the palms turn as if you're pushing someone over. This is called flock of geese marching on. Okay, good. And this is really, really good exercise for the wrists, because you try to rotate your wrists so the fingers are pointing up and the palms are facing out. Okay, that's single palm change. Just take a deep closing breath. Kind of relax. Now, the next one we're going to do is called back body palm. And back body palm uses a movement that you already know because we've done it before. We haven't done it much, but I think we've done it in this class a few times. And what it is this movement. All right. We did this exercise called the Teacup Exercise, right? And this movement uses the part of the Teacup Exercise. And Dong Hai Chuan invented the Teacup Exercise. And this exercise is pure Bagua. You don't see it in the other internal Chinese martial arts. You don't see it in Xingyi and Tai Chi. Basically what you do is if you hold your palm straight out, if you turn it over, try to turn it over as far as you can, it's like you're holding a teacup with your palm facing up the other way. And then you rotate it in across your chest and around in a circle, trying not to spill that teacup, and then out to the side and across the chest. And so if you, again, extend that arm out straight, turn it up, turn the palm up, bring it across your chest, around in a circle and across, like you're striking across, you end up with holding a teacup to the other side, your elbows down, and you're holding that teacup to the other side or the other shoulder. Starting up, rotate around, rotate, strike, and bring the arm across. Okay. Try the other hand. Palm up, turn the palm over, bring it in, around, across to the other side. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now let's apply that to the cover body palm. We start out in the dragon form, the dragon pose. We always start out in this dragon posture, which is the essence of swimming a dragon bagua, which is the style that I learned. And what we do is turn both palms over. What we do is turn the hand extending out, bring it in and around, just like you're doing this teacup exercise. You bring it across your chest, palm facing up and across, around and back. So now you've got both hands crossed. All right. The upper hand is crossed near one shoulder with the palm up, and the lower hand is underneath the elbow, pushing out where it was before. It hasn't moved. So you're just rotating one hand around and across, doing the teacup exercise with that one hand. All right. So let's try that again, starting out to the side, come around and back. And now we're going to do the same palm change. We're going to turn the lower palm up. We're going to thrust under the elbow, exchange the hands back and forth, and bring them up to the other side. So that the second half of that move is just like single palm change. So now we're pushing to the other side, dragon palm style. All right. Turn the palms up. I'm sorry. Take the outside hand, bring it across the chest, rotating the palm up, around, back, or slicing to the other shoulder line. Turning the lower palm up now, pushing out, underneath the armpit, up and over to the other side. All right. Teacup, back, strike under the elbow, under the armpit, push up, over to the other side. Teacup around, turn the lower palm up, push under the armpit, exchange the hands back and forth. Flock of geese marching on to the other side. All right. Teacup around, striking back. Turn the lower palm up, push out, exchange, push to the other side. Teacup around, turn the lower palm up, push under the armpit, exchange the hands in and out, over to the other side. Teacup, turn the palm up, push, exchange. Teacup, pushing that, the hand that goes under the armpit strikes out, and the other palm pulls in to the crook of the elbow, see? And then you come up and over, marching on. All right, one more. Teacup around, turn the palm up, strike under, exchange, push over. One more. Teacup, turn the palm up, under. Good, everybody's getting it. All right, that's fantastic. Everybody's getting it. So this is pretty advanced stuff, and you should really be, give yourself a pat on the back. I'll do it for you. If you're getting this, because you know, you can talk, you know, there are people who have studied Tai Chi all their lives and they're really good at it, and you say, you know how to do the 8 mother palms or 3 of the 8 mother palms, and they go, what are you talking about? So this is really good stuff. It's great exercise, as you can tell. You know, you really get a stretch and you're moving around the waist to one side and the other. It's great coordination. You're doing everything in both directions, mirror images, and so on and so forth. Traditionally, the way you learn this in the old days is you do circle walking for 1 year without even using your hands. And then when you get good at that, you learn how to do these 8 palm changes, and that takes another year. And then after that, you learn how to put these 8 palm changes together and create sets in different combinations of, and the each set might have anywhere between 6 and 25 movements, walking the circle in both directions. So it's a very sophisticated system that takes a really long time to master. Okay, so I promised you 3, so we've done 2, and the third is called cover body palm. So we've done single body palm, back body palm, and now we're going to do cover body palm. Cover body palm, guess what? How does it start? Starts the same way. We get into the dragon form, all right? And now we're going to turn both palms up again, and this time we're going to come in. We're going to strike in with the outer palm, the arm that's stretched. We're going to strike in and across to center. All right. Then we're going to come all the way back around the back, and we're going to put, if you can imagine that, now we're going to stretch, and we're going to bring that arm around the head with the palm facing out. If you can do that, you bring it around so the palm is facing out. So you can see it's this way. And really what I'm doing is I'm protecting against the strike by bringing that hand around this way. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to bring it around and down, and you're going to turn the lower palm up, and you're going to wipe the hands past each other. Okay. Now, I just want to stop for a second. There's a couple of motifs that we've been using, namely pushing the hands in and out, that you already know about. Because when we do in Sun Style, we do deflect. The hands are, one hand is coming in, palm is coming in, we're turning, and then one palm is going out. So as we're pulling in, we're pushing out. And so we're using these techniques here, but in a little differently. So in this case, we start at the dragon form, all right? Let me read that note. Okay, we start with the dragon form, turn the palms up, we strike across, and now we come around in a defensive move, all the way back, reach back, twist around, bring the palm around your head, the palm facing out, and then continue to brush the hands past each other. One hand coming out, the other hand coming back. Now, this motif is something that we do in the Sun Style. As I mentioned, this is called the Flexion. And it's done this way and a little bit differently. Instead of doing it out, in and out, it's done to the sides. And so what you're doing is, if you cross your hands, like I'm doing them now, with the top hand down, the lower hand up, like you're holding a ball to the side, here again, we have that posture. Well, we're doing it to the front. So you're holding the ball with one palm up on the bottom, one palm down, and now bring the palm, one palm down, the other palm up, and strike them past each other, bringing one out to the side, up, and the other back. All right. So this movement is a very powerful movement. The force pulling back accentuates the force going forward. All right. If we turn the palms over, we can do it this way. Turn the palms over, we can do it this way. And we do this in the Teacup Exercise series that I've taught. This is one of them. Pushing in and pulling out. All right. And so this is now just doing this to the side. All right. So this bringing the hand over your head, let's just try it. Bring the hand over your head, placing the back of the hand on the other side of the head, with the palm facing out. And now bringing it back across the shoulder and then back and down. All right. So bring the hand over the head and then bring it down. Bring the other hand up. So you're here like this, and you're like this, or you're here like this, and you're like this. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. This movement is called taking the helmet off the head. That's what it's called, taking the helmet off the head. as if you imagine you have a hat on, you're reaching around and you're grabbing the hat kind of in this strange way and pulling it off, swiping the hand. So here we go. Number 3, cover body palm, turn the palms over, strike across the outer hand, all right? Come all the way back around the head and continue brushing the hands past each other. The hand that was up here comes back down, and the hand that was down comes up. All right, once again, turn the palms over, strike across and out, all the way back around, take the helmet off the head, swipe the hands past each other to the other side. Okay, set up on the other side, dragon palm posture, rotate the palms up, strike across, bring it all the way back around to the back, look back, bring it, take the helmet off the head, brush the hands past each other as one hand comes down across and the other hand comes down to the waist. Set up, the other side, turn the palms over, strike, bring the hands around, take the helmet off the head, strike and pull. Set up to the other side, turn the palms over, strike across, turn at the waist, pull back, take the helmet off, hands rotate past each other. One more to the left, and one more to the right. Okay, now, when I first started doing this, I had trouble getting my arm and my hand to go around like this, and that's common. Okay, so as I've done this over the years, I've gotten better at it, but there are people that can really, they're just people that are more flexible, that can really rotate around like that. So if you're having trouble with that, that's okay. But be careful when you do this, because it's an unusual movement, and you don't want to tear a muscle or a tendon. All right, so you're going to come across like this. Just go easy with it. Go easy with it. You can even do it on the top of your head and pass the hands gently past each other. One hand in and one hand out. All right. So those are the 3 mother body palms that that you can do sitting down. As I said, the other 5 are more complex and can only be done standing, as far as I know. All right. Any questions about any of that? Get all that. I wanted to do Yigun Jin because I think it's so powerful, and a way of Yigun Jin is great for increasing wind and focusing, get us to focus on what we're doing, and increases, our not only wind, but also our mood, and strengthens the tendons to prevent them from tearing. And so it's a really good exercise that I do almost every day, and I want to do a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do right now, and then we're going to do Tai Chi. Okay, so you might think of Yigun Jin as the kind of Eastern equivalent of Western bodybuilding. It's an isometric exercise, and it's really going to increase your endurance. It's going to help with your mood and strengthen the tendons, and it's going to help you focus. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 or 3 of them. The first one we're going to do is palms down, pushing down at the sides. Bring your palms back, push down, and bring them back a little bit, so you're bending your elbows. Push down and breathe in. Breathe out, relax. One more, push, breathe in. Relax. Now, when you push down, you're going to really tense everything from your hands all the way up to your neck. all right, and your shoulders. Push, breathe in. And relax. Push, breathe in. And relax. Okay, now real quick, I'm reading a book called The Inner, something like, it's called something like The Inner Ear or something of Golf. And they talk about how golfers' worst mistake is not relaxing, okay? And so they talk about a technique that is taken from Hatha yoga, which is really virtually the same thing. What you do is you tense up, breathe in, and relax. It's exactly the same thing. You do this a few times, and that actually induces a state of relaxation. Then you go up and hit the ball. And this technique works. I've tried it on the course. Although I'm a beginner, I found out that it works. And so I think it's terrific that they do this in Hatha yoga. And some people that do Tai Chi do this. So basically, it's the same thing. Next one, arms straight, make two fists, push the fist down. We're going to push down really hard as we inhale and relax. Push down, inhale. Really tighten everything up and relax. Push down, inhale. Exhale and relax. And so, in addition to all the other benefits of this that I mentioned, it's also a relaxation technique. Okay, one more. Last one is make two fists. Push the fists together, fists facing each other with your elbows out. Put your fists on your stomach. Okay, heart of the fist against your stomach. Now poke your finger, your thumb straight up, and we're going to imagine that we're pulling out, but don't move your hands. But imagine, try to pull them away from each other, but keep them attached to your stomach. Ready? Pull, breathe in, tighten, relax, pull, relax. Inhale, pull, and relax. Now totally relax, put your hands in your lap. We're just going to do 3. Now normally we do like 3 sets of 2 or 3 sets of 8, and we do all 12. Obviously we could do that in one session, but we never be able to do anything else. So let's move on and let's do at least 1 set, maybe 2 sets of Sun style Tai Chi. Now, as we do this, go through the form. See if you can identify some of the movements, and see if there are any parallels to the way we do these movements and what we learned in when we did the 3 palm changes. All right, see if you can identify some of the same motifs. Bring the hands up, arms straight out, bring the palms in to the waist. Feel the energy. Push out, breathe out. Bring the hands in, open and close. Wendy, if you can do that later, I appreciate it.
Oh, sorry.
All right, turn the palms out. Feel the energy pushing out, extending, relax. Wind up. Bring the right hand down, right palm lined up under the left elbow, like dragon palms. Relax the fingers. Shift up and down on the left side. Now pull both hands to the right. Cloud hands right. Shift up and down and turn to the left. Cloud hands left. Do this a few more times. Just breathe naturally. Turning Gently to one side and the other, pulling across, let the waist do the action. At one side, whenever you want, turn the lower palm up, bring it across your chest, turn the front, center, and open and close. Okay, good. Rotating both palms over to the right, turning to the right, left finger on right elbow, look at the right palm as we set up, forward brush knee. Extend the left hand, the hand at the elbow, cross all the way out and across and bring it in to the waist as we push straight out with the right hand. Brush knee, play the loop, bring the right hand or upper hand down, the lower hand up, like we're turning the wheel. Play the loop. Here we go. Turn the lower palm up, the upper palm down. Just like in Bagua. So many Bagua movements. Push out and pull in, passing the palms past each other. Turn the palms over, push out and pull in. Palms passing, brushing past each other. Okay, deflect. That's 2 deflections. Make 2 fists. Parry, bringing the left palm, left hand over, punch over the left wrist. Eye of the fist up this time. Open the hands, bring them back, calling block, bring the hands down, push out. Bring the hands back in, open and close. Feel the energy pulling out and pushing in. Here we go, reverse direction, pushing out. Single whip. Now bring the left hand underneath the right elbow. Change. Up and down. Both hands left. Change. Pull to the right. Change up and down. Pull to the left. Change up and down. Pull to the right. Bring the lower palm up and knee or cross over to the left and open and close. Brush knee left. Rotate both palms to the left, right fingers on left elbow. Turn to the left, winding up, reaching across, striking across and blocking with the right hand, bringing it into the waist, pushing out straight with the left hand. That's brush knee left. All right. Play the loop. This time it's the mirror image of the other play the loop. The left hand, the upper hand rotates down in an arc. The lower hand rotates up in an arc, like you're turning the wheel to the left. All right, arms at 90 degrees. The flexion, turn the lower palm up, upper palm down, push out the lower palm, pull in, brushing the hands past each other, bring right palm down to the waist. Let's do it one more time. One more time. Now make 2 fists. Bring the right fist in, cross over the chest. The fist pointing to the left. Strike up over the left wrist. Eye of the fist up. Open the hands just like in the first part of the form. Calling block, pulling the hands apart, the elbows down, pulling back, protecting the face. Push down and out. Feel the energy. Bring that palms in and open and close. Okay. One more brush knee in the same direction. We're going to turn to the left and brush knee. Bring the right palm facing in toward the hip. Pull your gun out of your holster. Rotate the palms facing each other, fingers pointing forward, push forward with your gun. So you pull back with the left hand, fingers touching the right inside of the right wrist. Okay. Turn the palms both facing up, like you're unfolding a book, bringing the palms in, and keep that attachment of the left fingers to the inside of the right wrist throughout the entire series of the next movements. Bringing the palms up under the chin, striking out, monkey offering fruit. Rotate to the side, all the way to the side. I'll bring the right palm in. You're holding a tray underneath your chin. Slowly, gently turn forward as you push the palms both facing out. The left fingers are still attached to the inside of the right wrist, and now guide that right hand, that force pushing forward, with the fingers of the left palm pushing out with it. Bring the palms in and open and close. Single whip. All right. Now make a fist with your right hand. Block across with the left hand. Palm open. Bring that left fist down in an arc and a circle and punch right under that elbow. Okay. And let's stop there. Nice closing breath. Down. Palms on your knees. Relax, take a few deep breaths. If you want, you can close your eyes up. Okay. Great.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
So I want to thank everybody. I'm watching everybody. It's hard to see everybody, but I try to watch everyone, and I'm seeing everyone doing really well. It's pretty remarkable that you can learn this over Zoom. And the other thing is, everyone's calling me Master Ralf. Well, I don't think of myself as a Tai Chi master. I know very few Tai Chi masters. I think of myself as a serious student who's been doing Tai Chi a lot, has a great amount. I have a high interest, and I know a lot of stuff. But to master something, you never master anything really. You can only be you're always a student, and you can't do anything perfectly is the way I look at it. So you can only try to do it perfectly and be happy with your progress. So you don't need to call me Master Ralf anymore. Just call me Ralf. Or you can call me Sifu. Sifu means teacher. I am a teacher, and I see myself as a teacher, but I really don't see myself as a master. And in fact, I have to tell you that most of my teachers who've been very good don't refer to themselves as masters, even though they have had many, many students who have come close to mastering things. So I'll just leave it at that, okay?
Thank you, Ralph. I appreciate